I'm really proud of this album because a lot of our life is kind of shared, not first person sometimes.
Yes.
And so to be able to write something that feels personal but still through a lens of fantasy
Yes.
is something I'm really proud of, because I've never wanted, again, to kind of like what you've mentioned of Beyonce, being able to hold my personal life close to the chest and keep a sense of kind of privacy and this real sense of purity in my life, but then to also be able to share through this kind of fabulous and like fantastic way that we've been able to paint this picture is a really something I'm very been devoted to and excited about.
I mean, truly, the painting of the picture with this film is incredible. I mean, again, I'm a theater kid, so I feel like watching all of this go down, I was like, I want to see this on a stage. But
Definitely.
You also feel like you're seeing it on a stage in a way, because the way you've created this is so personal,
Right.
while also being able to use so many different like literal lenses, but also like visualizations that the viewer feels like they're going through. I know you said that you felt like, with Zane Lowe, you said you felt like getting the Grammy almost gave you a certain kind of permission to create in this way. Do you feel like this album still would have come or would have manifested itself in a different way if you had decided to not go, as you said you maybe wouldn't have, because you didn't want to admit that it meant so much to you?
Well, I think it gave me a level of confidence. I've always been someone that's had a really strong sense of self. Even when I was little, I didn't have any ground to stand on, and I was just like the one in my
and
mind.
It worked out.
So I was always convinced.
Yes.
And then there was a time that I think all of us go through where we start to question, that kind of little child version of ourselves that's still really curious and again, kind of like oddly confident and doesn't think, double question themselves. And I think the Grammys just really gave me, again, that kind of green light to go, you did it. The thing that you set your heart out for, you've done it. You couldn't have done more. Like,
100%.
everything I wanted to achieve, I've gone really beyond that. And I think now, when you think of an achievement, it can kind of feel like a list of tasks, which is not the world of art. It's a world of, that seems like a to-dos or to-gets. And I've always been more kind of focused on to be and like, who do I want to be?
Right.
And how do I want to be seen and expressed? And what do I want to, when I walk in a room, what do I want someone to, feel when they see me? And right now I have people that come up and just say, we feel like we know you even though we don't, or I feel like from watching you, you're like a friend. And there's also a level of respect that I've now been in the business long enough that I feel like I've cemented myself that I can take these kind of endless summer vacations and really push pause and go into my personal life and come back with a fire for what I do. So just really, again, I feel like the film is all encompassing of all these great things.